Apparently a House member and an aide were emailing reports on the meeting while it was going on to a television network. What's your reaction to that?
An excellent way to replace the pool. The tone was very cordial. The tone was very polite. I mean, again, maybe it's news that nobody threw anything at anybody. And like I said, there weren't any. Nobody yelled "food fight."
Republicans are concerned that there's far too much stimulus and not enough tax cut. And I
hope the problem we have is there's too much stimulus. I think there's a lot of people yesterday that got pink slips at companies that hope there's too much stimulus. The clock's not at zero, guys. This is the process that continues. I think that the president went up there in a true spirit of bipartisanship to seek input. I'll leave it aside that some members of the leadership invited the president to come up and announce their position on the bill before he got there.
You're probably not going to get more than a dozen Republican votes tomorrow.
Well, look, I think we've all seen votes in this town where a few Republicans sometimes are hard to come by, or a few Democrats are hard to come by. We'll take what we can get tomorrow. You have a hard economic argument to make that paving a road or fixing a bridge or building a wind turbine or laying a power grid doesn't create jobs. I think you have a hard time arguing that. When we speed down the interstate and it says slow, workers ahead, those are jobs. Forgetting for a second that you can look at 0.02% of a piece of legislation and come up with some critique, leaving aside the other, I can't even do the math that quickly, 99+%. The president called Chairman Waxman yesterday and said that while he believed that the policy of increased funding for family planning was the right one, that he didn't believe that this bill was the vehicle to make that happen. Major?
Robert, as you said, on the Senate side there was curiosity and dialogue with the president about financial stability packages. You said there will be many legs to the stool. I know it seems a bit tedious, but some of the senators came away with the impression there is going to be a second request, separate from TARP, for the financial industry. Mm-hmm. Are they mistaken in that impression? Is there any economic data that the economic team has brought to the president in the last week that would suggest there isn't a need for some kind of rescue?
Yeah, good try. In asking me the same question for 3 days, but in a different way to prove the other side.